So you had another. You wanted to go back to the nostalgic things as well, didn't you?
Hey guys, welcome to the Nice Guys of Comedy podcast, with your hosts, Jack, Vincent and Nick Crooks. Oh, and by the way, they're from the north. That's the reason they sound that way.
I've got a list, but obviously I'll only go my favourite one from the list that I thought of. Because this list we can always come back to. Now, this is only going to be something that people probably from Yorkshire are going to be able to appreciate. So,
okay, sure.
Everyone else, if you didn't grow up in a Yorkshire, especially if you didn't grow up in a Yorkshire council estate, you're probably not going to remember this. So I apologise to all of our new international listeners. Mexico, how are you doing? Do you remember when you were a kid and you used to go lecking out?
Used to go what?
Lecking out.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I didn't use the term like.
Oh, I remember because it was like the phrase that me and my sister used to use all the time. And then we moved to London and we used to go around, oh, you're lecking out? And they're like, laking out? Who's laking? And it was the one thing that I popped up the other day and I was like, fuck me, I've not heard that phrase in time.
Yeah. Why didn't you really use it?
I feel very let down by your reaction.
I'm one of them that sort of knocked on a door and was like, is Craig coming out? And then the mum would go, Craig, let him up. You're not having, there's 3 up there already. You know, that sort of thing.
That I literally remember that completely. I remember as well. So my sister's name is Kerry, and in high school, no, was it like year 7, year 6, year 7 is for some reason she got the nickname Kel, which I don't understand because her name wasn't Kelly. But someone once came to the house and like knocked on the door and was like, "Is Kel there?" And my mum was aware that this was her nickname and just went, "No," and closed the door in this kid's face. Go on then, watch your nostalgic thing then, because I feel a bit let down by mine.
We've got to go food, surely, at some point in this whole sort of thing.
What do you mean food? Like, food still exists?
No, yeah. Like, general term. Oh, nostalgic for me is with this coronavirus, I remember when I had food. To be fair, it's felt like that some days because like we ran out of bread and it's like you can't just have toast.
Yeah.
It's a bit shit, you know, that way.
No, I agree completely. What food then? What food do you mean?
Well, there's loads of food that don't exist. Like, remember like a dream bar?
No. Was that white chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, but I wasn't a white chocolate kid.
No, I didn't really like it, but it's just the first one I sort of remember.
Do you know what? If we're talking about food, actually, one food I remember that I used to eat two food that I used to eat all the time as a kid. I think they still exist now, but I just don't eat now. Maybe I should. First of all, a wagon wheel.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with wagon wheels as a
They
kid.
don't have enough jam in them. I've had them recently.
Oh. Although, I've just said a wagon wheel, and you mentioned jam, and immediately I've gone, they had jam in them?
Yeah.
I don't even know what was in a wagon wheel.
Yeah, did you have an original though? Blue
Yeah.
ones are the future with the jam in.
What was the original then? What?
An original's just got like marshmallow in and the biscuit and the...
Oh. And then a blue had jam in it.
It just has like jam in the middle.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you one food that I miss. A panda pop.
Yeah.
Is it in my set because it's just nostalgic, but I used to like a panda pop, like a bubblegum panda pop.
Yes. Do you know what's really awkward though? When you mentioned Panda Pop then, I was like, I swear someone uses Panda Pop in their fucking set.
It's me.
And then you were like, I use it in my set. I was like, oh, it's you. It's been that long since I've seen a gig that I completely forgot everyone's set.
Like, there's loads of food that don't exist anymore.
Well, the other one that I remember that I was about to say is that I think they still make them, I just don't have them anymore. Screwballs.
Yeah, from an ice cream. Do you know what's weird? That we must have on the same wavelength, because I was thinking that. But I was thinking that it's just because I don't go to an ice cream man.
Yeah, because they weren't. I don't remember them being somewhere that you bought in like at the supermarket. I mean, you probably can.
Yeah, I think you can, but they're like the shit version. You know, like when there's like a KFC frozen meal. You know, like when people can't afford KFC and they go, "Oh, there's a KFC meal here, kids. You've got KFC." It's like it's not fucking KFC though, is it, Mum?
Yeah. Oh, can I have some from my ice cream van? No, you've got a chuck ice in freezer. Fuck off.
Yeah, ice. I would definitely one of them kids. I mean, later on in life, my mum would give us some money for it, but the ice cream man. I'd go for a Knickerbocker Glory because we got £1 each, and that were £1, and you got like a lot for £1.
Yeah.
Or I'd go Screwball, and then I'd get like a couple of packets of golf balls.
Golf balls?
Now, do you remember them?
No.
They're like chewing gum that look like golf balls.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Because they were hollow, weren't they?
Yeah, like you bit into them and then they turned into chewing gum.
No, I remember that now.
They looked exactly like golf balls.
Yeah.
They were like 10p. Get like 4 of them and a Screwball for £1.
That's something I miss. Pick and mixes, but not like a Wilco's pick and mix. Like that's like £4. But like when you used to get like a 50p mix up,
Yeah.
you don't get them anymore.
I mean, Morris did a bit of that where you could just pay like, I know it's like £2, so it's gone with the times, the price. You fill up one of them cups, like a big ass.
Oh yeah, I used to get them. Like I remember once. I remember when I did my free shifts at the cinema. I once had to clean up the sweet aisle. But what I meant was like when you literally had like a 50p and it was a small little bag, like the small ones. Obviously, you can get like a huge one from like Wilco's or Morrison's or any other establishment that does these, but the traditional ones.
I mean, I will cram that cup to a point where, as long as I can get the lid, because you've got to get the lid on.
Yep.
That lid can be like
Yep.
bouncing up at the top. As long as that lid keeps shut all the way around. I'm one of them that goes, do I like that?
Have a taste.
I better try 2 of them before I put them in my cup. Before I waste room in the
No,
cup.
I completely agree. It's real estate. You need to make sure that everything there is good.
Find out you get home, when you get home that you don't like it. You've wasted. Anyone that goes, I'll try this when I get home, you're a rookie.
Yeah.
Amateur in the pick and mix game. Although, the worst sort of thing that's ever happened to me, because I'm quite tight, is that I went to Solitaire, sort of like food festival. Now, I'll pay like £5 for like a boar burger or an ostrich burger, just because I've never had one, just to try it. And I'd sort of done that, and then we'd gone to a pick and mix stall. I was like some decent pick and mix, like them big jelly dolphins. They're huge.
Yes.
Like, they look well nice. So I said to our lass at the time, we'll get some pick and mix, blah, blah, blah. And I shit you not, this is the real price. 2 bags of pick and mix that we chose. Bear in mind, we did choose quite heavy stuff though, right? But this should never be a price. It doesn't matter what you pick. But the bag was like full. It wasn't like over full. It was just a hefty amount. For 2 bags of pick and mix, £24.50.
What the absolute fuck? Eh?
Like, already put it in the bag, and there was a sign that says, like, in the bag, you buy it. £24.50.
What the absolute fuck?
Like, I had a tenner out ready,
I don't.
and I thought I was going to get change.
I'm not even comprehending.
That's
like that is.
That dolphin had never seen so much action.
Oh, that nice guy image of what Nick did with a dolphin. Oof. Oh. Oh, that is genuinely disgusting. That is, and is that the thing that you remember from being a kid? Then, giving a dolphin fellatio.
No, well, that wasn't really from a kid, but it was.
I hope
that was an adult one, so I could pick. Like, if my mum had been charged £22, who cares? Because it's not my money.
Yeah.
When you've worked for that, that's like, at the time, that was like 4 hours pay.
Yeah. Have you noticed though that as well? When you get older and you start looking at prices, you tend not to look at it going, that's £20. You're like, that's like 2 hours work.
Yeah.
That's how you define things.
But then I get to a point where
that's when you start knowing.
And I spend a little bit too much, but then I try and rein it back. I mean, that's like we're gonna eat soup for a week now to recoup that money back.
£25 on some pick and mix is definitely too much.
Yeah.
I remember there was a sweet shop in Leeds, and you could buy, do you know from Harry Potter, Bertie Bott's Every Flavour Bean, even. And the box was like probably half the size of a deck of cards, and they were £7. And I was like, what the absolute fuck? I mean, I still bought them because, lols.
That's what they're like at Harry Potter World. Like, our lass is the biggest Harry Potter fan going. And
fair. We
went to Harry Potter World, and then, like, I wanted to just buy her everything, but we went to a place in Liverpool. Is it Albert Docks? But they sold chocolate frogs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, proper in the packaging and everything. And I said, you can get a chocolate frog if you want. It was like £8.
Which wizard though was it? Oh, you don't know it until you've opened, do you?
No, you don't know what it was, but it wasn't like a proper one. It wasn't like like shaped like a pentagon sort of thing. It wasn't shaped like that. It was just like a normal Pokemon card with like weird scratchy.
Oh, that's shit.
If you turn it this way, it looks like something. If you turn it this way,
hologram. That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah, but it was like a shit drawing. It was like I'd drawn it pissed up. and wrote like Dumbledore. It wasn't even Dumbledore though. It was like someone who I'd never heard of.
Oh, that is annoying.
Who I had only heard of because she's on like Pottermore and stuff. It was like some wizard rock star. Gave you a little backstory. It's like it's not even someone from the film. At least if I'm paying like nearly £9, I want Ron or Harry. Like fucking come on.
I want someone decent.
Like imagine if you'd bought one and you got Gilderoy Lockhart.
I'd be wounded.
You'd be few. Some prick who thinks he's like who's good at memory charms. Do you know what I mean? I always say that because we watched Harry Potter 2 today.
Do you want to know a random fact that really when I found this out, it hurt me a little bit.
Let's hurt the nation.
When I say, okay, you know the actor who played Gilderoy Lockhart?
Yeah.
He directed the Thor film.
Well, it's actually all right that it's quite good then, isn't it?
Well, the post that I saw said like this guy directed the 4 films and then a 4 film, and then someone went, yeah, but did he or did someone else do it? And then he wiped their mind, and I was like,
Yeah, that's quite fun. Fun way, I think.
did he? Was it the first one or the second one that he did? He definitely did one of the Thor films, but I can't remember. Oh, I do remember though that the guy who did play Gilderoy Lockhart used to be in a relationship with the actress who played Bellatrix Lestrange.
What the fuck's she called now?
Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah,
She's my weird crusher.
yeah, she's quite
I don't know what it is. But
nice. I get what you mean.
It's strange, but it's true. Oh, it was just the first 4 film.
I mean, if she started going around saying I killed Sirius Black, that would probably get you hard.
I don't know. Ooh, don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's true.
I mean, anyone that's not seen the Harry Potters, there's no spoilers for that. I'm not alerting you about spoilers. What the fuck have you been doing? Get it watched.
Yeah, I feel like there's a time frame that if a film has been out for like 10 years, you are exempt from spoilers. Like you know what happens. Like I've not seen Sixth Sense, but I know what happens.
You know the general gist.
Yeah, I feel like if you've left it that long, more fool you.
Yeah.
More fool you. Have you thought about your thing from the past then?
Yeah, I'm going to go with... Do you remember whistle lollies that you used to get from pharmacy?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. And you used to have it, and then it had the I can't do the noise, but you used to like go really high pitch because you used to move up and down.
Yeah, you used to... If you didn't go into the pharmacy and ask for one of them, you are a loser. Like, if they still didn't sold them in the pharmacy now, when I went go and get a prescription, I would buy one.
Yeah.
Because they tasted nice as well. And you could whistle with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And as a kid as a person who probably didn't learn how to whistle until they were a teenager, that was useful.
Yeah. And that's probably why. Because kids of our generation didn't need to know how to whistle. We had the lollies.
No, we didn't. I remember as well, it wasn't until I was about 12 years old that I knew how to click.
Well, this is going to blow your mind.
Go on.
Which finger do you click with? So you got your thumb, and which finger do you choose?
The second one from it.
The second one from... So
my middle finger. Finger.
That was a weird reference to...
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I was looking at the palm of my hand, so in my head I was like, it's just the second one down, but I was like, and then I turned it over and went, oh wait, that's my middle finger.
Oh god, I was like looking at my hand going, which one does he mean? Why didn't he do middle finger? Because he just said it. Yeah, well I did not click using the middle finger. So that's the noise. I don't know if you can hear that with the middle finger.
Yeah.
This is the noise with the one next to the middle finger that's in between the middle and the little
finger. Is this your marriage finger? You wear it, your ring finger?
Yeah, the ring finger, yeah.
Oh, how do you do that? This is my ring finger. This is my middle finger. Like...
Yeah, can't do it with the middle one. I just can't. It just slips. That's it. That's as much as I can go.
Well, I'll do you this one. And people find this weird. Even so, I am 28 years old, and I can't tie my shoelaces without... So how I tie my shoelaces is I make 2 loops and then just tie them in a knot.
No way. Still.
I can't do the other way.
Fucking bro.
I can't tie my shoelaces.
So how do you start then? Do you so you got your 2 laces and then you make 2 loops?
Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah.
So you don't do it where you cross the bare laces over.
Yeah.
Wrap it round and then make 2 loops.
Nope. Don't even know what you're talking about.
Right, do you know what? I'm gonna release a how to tie your shoe video.
The thing is,
the feet that you used to get to the little wooden or cardboard foot with the shoe.
This is what I was just about to say. So when I was going into high school, my mum was obviously a little bit worried. So I was like, this is a bit weird. So she got me like this magazine that had this like plastic thing for me to practice on. And then, because bear in mind, when we were going to high school, at this point, I don't think I could tie my shoe anyway, right?
You said a shoe tire magazine, like how to tie magazine, a whole magazine on different ways to tie your shoe.
I think it was a magazine. I can't remember. But she bought me this thing, and I couldn't comprehend it. So that's when I started doing like the 2 hoop thing. But it's apparently how my granddad used to tie his shoelaces as well. So I mean, he fought in a war, so like he's doing all right.
He fought in a war. Imagine in the war. Like, what's your granddad's name?
He was called Ron.
Ron. Imagine that. They're in a trench and they're going, for fuck's sake, Ron, hurry up and tie your shoe. They're going, all right, let me get your 2 loops.
It's not a slower technique. We are just as quick as everyone else.
Sounds like the worst way. Like we should have a show off.
Who can do it quickest?
I mean, I'll be quite let down if I lose.
Well, I know what I'm doing for the rest of the night.
Oh, that's funny.
I can do another one. I didn't learn how to tie a tie until year 11.
Right, so I'm guessing you wore a tie since year 7.
Yep.
God, Jack, what were you doing?
So my mum tied it, and then I would loosen it and then tighten it up.
You were one of them kids. You kept it in the knot for as long as possible.
Yeah. As well, I remember there were one time, so I used to take it, I once took it off when I got home from school, but undid it completely. But I was helping out at parents' evening that night, so I had to have the tie done properly. But I was so embarrassed that I didn't want a teacher to find out that I couldn't tie a tie, and my mum was working, at the time she worked quite away from home, so there was no one to tie my tie at home. So she made my auntie come round to tie my tie for me.
You go around and tie Jack's tie for you. You do realise he's in year 10 now. Tie his own tie. Well, yeah, we're trying to work with him. I mean, between that and the shoe thing, we're just at our wits' end.
But the thing is as well, I was really against Velcro shoes. So everything had to be slip-on.
Velcro shoes this is like a bit like your wallet thing.
Yep.
Velcro shoes should only be worn by children or people of general difficulty. Like
the thing is, Velcro as an essence should only be used for children.
Yeah.
Maybe a messenger bag, but not really then either.
That's what I mean. If you've got a general disability and you need that shoe to be Velcro just so it's easy for you,
fine,
fair enough. But if you're just like some bloke who's like 35 who is able-bodied, but you just can't be arsed with him, you look like a loser. I'm sorry.
You look like a child.
Yeah, basically, you're not gonna pleasure a lass, are you?
I feel like you're just stealing my set now.
Because it's right, it's true, and true comedy is the funniest. People that can relate to it, and that is true.
Give them what they want, the truth. That or a dildo.
He probably leaves his socks on while he's having sex as well.
Ugh. I'm not going to use the word I'm against socks, but I'm not someone who likes to wear socks in general day-to-day life anyway.
I mean, I like socks, but I won't have socks. I like the freedom to not wear socks in my house.
Yeah.
As in, they're good outside because they make me feel protected.
From what?
No, but I hate wearing shoes without socks.
Oh, see, I spend a good solid amount of years wearing shoes without socks.
Because they just ruin your shoes.
I mean, they do. As anyone who knows me with my shoes will tell you that I used to go through shoes like a madman.
Like, you even get some of them little, like, ballet socks.
See, they would never stay on my feet.
You need to buy Primark. They are the pair.
I got some from Boohoo, I think.
Primark is the way to go. They've got, like, a little sticky pad on the heel.
Ah.
Gel thing.
Man.
Yeah. And that's the way.
That makes sense. Yes, I was very against. I won't say against socks. I just wasn't a big sock fan.
I can't do with them on. As in, I can't really do with socks on in bed either. That's just weird.
Oh no. Well, no. Actually, this is a really weird thing. Is I get into bed wearing socks, but then I take a slight enjoyment of taking my socks off with my feet in bed.
And then what? Letting your socks just drop out at the end.
Well, this is another thing. I don't have a partner, so there'll be plenty of times where at the end of the week, the just bottom of my bed is just full of socks.
What you want to do is just tape a couple of bin liners there, and then you've just got like a sock catcher.
A sock catcher. Oh, I mean, that needs to be painted straight away.
Yeah. See, there you go. Solution.
It's Nick Crooks Solutions.
That was the Nice Guys of Comedy podcast with Jack Vincent and Nick Crooks. Recording from their own home and heavily fucking edited. Follow them at I am Jack V and at Nick Crooks Comedy, why don't ya? #NiceGuys.